Section 7.2, Dividing Monomials, Day 1. Essential question. How do you divide monomials? So first example, simplify each expression. So we have x to the 7th times y to the 2nd divided by x to the 6th times y to the 3rd. Now just like when we multiplied monomials, we are going to expand each one of these. So on the top I have x to the 7th, so that means there are 7 x's. And y squared, so there's 2 y's. Then on the bottom, I have 6 x's. And keep in mind these are being multiplied. I'm just not putting all the dots in between, and 3 y's. Now to simplify this, I have to look at what variables are on the top and bottom. If it's on the top and bottom, I can cancel them, because that would make 1. So these can cancel, 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 cancel. Now I still have one more x on the top, but I don't have any more x's on the bottom, so that x on the top has to stay there. Now I'll go to the y's. These y's can cancel, these y's can cancel. But again, I have a y on the bottom, but not another y on the top, so I can't cancel anymore. So I'm left with one x on the top and one y on the bottom. So my answer is x over y. Second example is g cubed h to the 5th divided by gh squared. So I'll do the exact same thing. G to the 3rd is g times g times g. H to the 5th is 5 h's. Divided by g, which that's the same as like g to the 1st. That 2 goes only with the h, so don't write it twice. And then 2 h's. And then again, just like the top, I'll cancel. So these 2 g's can cancel. This h and this h, this h and this h. Now there's no more canceling because there aren't any more variables on the top and bottom. You'll notice I'm left with nothing on the bottom. So I'm only going to have g squared and then h to the 3rd. I could put it over 1, but I don't have to. You could say that this is all over 1 now, but you don't need to. So I had 2 g's, that's where I got the g squared, and I had 3 h's, that's where I got the h to the 3rd. All right, x cubed y to the 4th over x squared y. So that means there's 3 x's on the top and 4 y's. And on the bottom, there's 2 x's and 1 y. Cancel the x's that I'm able to. Cancel the y's that I'm able to. And I'm left with 1 x on the top and 3 y's. And again, I'm left with nothing on the bottom, so I don't need to put or make the fraction line anymore. I could put it over 1, but I don't need to. All right, now we've got 3 variables. So 7 k's, 10 m's, and 1 p. Divided by 5 k's, 3 m's, and 2 p's. And then I do my canceling. K's, K, 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 and K. Now I have to stop because there's no more k's on the bottom. I can go to the m's. M, M, M. Now I have to stop because there's no more m's on the bottom, and then p and p. So this is what I'm left with. So on the top, I have 2 k's, so k squared. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 m's. And 1 p on the bottom. So this right here is my answer. K squared, m to the 7th, divided by p. All right, now I've got a number out in front of my variables. So before I even write it out, I'm going to simplify this fraction. So I'll do that off to the side over here. Negative 15 over negative 45. So I have to ask myself, what number can go into both of those? Well, if they both end in 5, I know 5 can go into both of them. So I'm going to divide the top and bottom by 5. Negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3. Negative 45 divided by 5 is negative 9. Now I still can keep simplifying even from there, because if I have 3 and 9, 3 can go into both. And I'm left with negative 1 over negative 3. Now keep in mind, a negative over a negative makes a positive. So 1/3 is my simplified fraction. I started with negative 15 over negative 45, and I'm ending with 1/3. Then I'll write it out from there. 7x's, 8y's, and 4z's. And on the bottom I have 3x's, 5y's, and 3z's. And then I cancel. Be careful when you're canceling that you cross off the correct ones, especially when the problems get long like this one. Alright, so here's what I'm left with. I keep the 1/3. On the top I have 4x's, and I have 3y's, and I have 1z. And on the bottom I have just the 3, no variables. So 1x to the 4th, y to the 3rd, z over 3. Alright, this time I've got negative 9 over 18, so again I'm going to simplify that off to the side. What can go into 9 and 18? Well, 9 can go into both. So negative 9 divided by 9 is negative 1. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So I've got negative 1/2. And it doesn't matter which number the negative goes in front of, the 1 or the 2, or it can go out in front of the fraction. Anything works. 2 h's, 4 k's, and 5 h's, 3 j's, and 4 k's. So then if I cancel, h, h, k, 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 k. So notice there weren't any j's on the top, so none of my j's were able to cancel. So I'm left with just the 1 on the top, the 2 on the bottom, no variables on the top, they were all crossed off, 3 h's on the bottom, and 3 j's on the bottom. So my answer is negative 1 over 2h cubed j cubed. Summary? And the homework for this lesson is page 412, numbers 1 through 8, 19 through 20, 27, and 37.